What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Now, it has been quite some time since I've actually done any sort of recording, any sort of upload. And the reason for that is strictly due to the fact that I would mostly just record online games such as Clone Wars Adventures Emulator, as you can see to your upper left, and of course the Old Republic. Well, we're going to touch base on those in just a second. This upload is actually going to be a surprise announcement. It's going to be a sort of a update on what's been going on, a small little update on the uploadings, and then the announcement. So, first and foremost, I want to get this completely out of the way, that if you guys have followed me since the beginning of my YouTube uploading, I would occasionally post some Star Wars The Old Republic videos. That is officially discontinued. I will no longer be posting The Old Republic videos, specifically because I just do not care to anymore. The Old Republic is getting to the point where it's getting very, very boring for me, and there's really no content for me to really cover up that Swotarista hasn't already. Because you have big influencers like her, Volk, and, just a bunch of other people that have already been covering the Old Republic since day one. And so for me to do that, it would just be worthless, because I really don't think anybody would quite watch it as much. Now, I do have some pre-Old Republic uploads in my album that I have never uploaded to YouTube. I will most likely be posting those later on a later day, because I have to go through those and see what they're about, and then if I feel like posting them, then you guys will see a whole album dedicated to the Old Republic videos. Now, remind you, these are pre-Shadow of Revan uploads, I believe. I have no idea because I have way too many. So that's pretty much where it's going to be at. As far as Clone Wars Adventures, I do have one announcement to make, and I can officially confirm that something is coming on this month for the 31st on Easter Sunday. Surprise, surprise. But this year also marks the 10th year anniversary from the original shutdown. Isn't that just incredibly amazing how it's already been 10 years since we last logged into the actual game? It just blows my mind that it feels like it really hasn't been that long. It feels like it's realistically been 5 years. But really it's been 10. I'm just like, wow. Now, there's no official information just yet, no details on what that's going to be. The event-wise, but there is going to be some sort of event coming on the 31st. And yes, I will finally be there for once. Now, on to the main topic of today's video. So, a lot of you guys, I really haven't really touched base on this quite a whole lot, but in the very beginning, before the Dark Empress was ever made, which, as you can tell, is the background of my screensaver, before the Dark Empress series were made as stories, I had a story written up that was called the Emo Girl. And this story basically revolved around this girl who's in her teenage years. She is getting introduced to the emo culture, to the emo phase, the emo and gothic phase. And this takes place about, 2000, 2010, anywhere from, early 2010, a little bit beforehand. But anyway, it revolves around this girl, and she's getting introduced to that phase, but at the same time, when she fully embraces that type of culture or that sort of, stage in her life, it really messes with her memory. It messes with her brain, and it becomes something that she really can't control, and it takes over her personality. Now, that was the original copy of the book. That was the original story of the book. Recently, back about last year, I believe, I took it upon myself to grasp that book and re-edit it. Now, if you would take the original copy and the new copy from 2023 and put it side by side comparison, it is night and day difference. Like, I changed the entire concept of the book, because the original book actually had this girl kind of go into a really dark, very dark and murderous type of phase, and so I wanted to like more so scrap away from that idea, because I was more so thinking last year, like, man, if I could finish this book, I want to get it self-published. And so that is currently the plan. So as you can see on screen, pre-production, the Emo Girl the official book. Now, there's going to be a physical copy of this book. And I do have I do have concept book cover or artwork cover of the book. And but anyway, I am aiming to hopefully publish this about mid to late this year for 2024. Now, as you can tell, there's going to be a physical copy plus more, and also what's to come. So we're going to focus on physical copy. We're actually going to go ahead and show you. So there's two different concept art covers. Now, the first art cover is this one right here. So this one, I believe, was the very first design that I came up with, and I really, really love how it looks. I love how the moon is just centered right dead in the center, and the girl's just looking off to the side. This one might be the official cover for the book, but I'm not 100% sure, because I still have to discuss some other stuff with a certain someone. But I also have a second copy, which is this one. And I really like this one the most because of just because of how she looks. The entire outfit is pure, just, rebel, outcast, gothic. That's exactly what my character is. Compared to the other one, where it's just like, normal, almost looks like a wedding dress and such. But if I could honestly take the girl from the second one and replace it with this one in the first cover, that 1000% would be the cover. Now, I still want to focus more on figuring out, which one's actually going to be the physical cover, and just go from there, see if I can do some other, editing and such. But so those are going to be the concept art covers for the book whenever it gets self-published. I'm actually going to leave this one up here because physical copy plus more. So what does that mean exactly, plus more? My current plan right now is whenever the book is finished, because the book right now is currently still like in the beginning / middle stages of, editing. And so it's not officially done yet. It's not officially finalized. Now, when it is finalized, when everything's done and done, there's going to be a chapter at the end of this book where it's just going to be author's notes. And that's going to be where I'm going to discuss like how this book came to view, such and such. Now, when the book does eventually self-publish, if I can get it to self-publish, that is, if I get, let's just say, 100 or 200 copies of the book, I'm going to be hosting something very big that I've never done before, and it's going to be this book. I'm going to try to sell it through Barnes & Noble bookseller, Amazon, ebooks more than likely, and just basically a couple other places. I really don't know about Walmart because I don't know how any of the self-publishing stuff works, but basically you will have a chance to purchase it through retail, or you can order it online, more than likely. And the first, I'm going to say about the first 50 people who actually do purchase a copy of the book itself will receive an exclusive poster of the actual art cover book, autographed by myself, and then it'll also be personalized to you. So let's say if your name is Andrew, it'll be autographed to Andrew. Thank you so much for your purchase. I seriously appreciate it, man. You know, just basically my own personal quote on the poster, and especially in the physical book itself. Autographed by me, and then, like I said, the poster is going to be with the book, and it'll just go from there. Now, the first 10 people, however, the first 10 people who actually order the book when it first publishes will also receive a special video recording by myself, basically just saying thank you. Your support means so much to me. You know, this is the first time I've ever done this, so, you know, big thank you. I'm going to make it something very personal and very special to you. So, the first 10 people, first 5 or 10 people who purchase it, instantly going to have the physical copy book, autographed personally, poster, and then the video recording as well. I'm not sure if there's going to be anything else with that book. I'm going to try to include some other goodies as well. I'm not 100% sure on what those would even be yet. But just know, basically, like the first 5 or 10 people are going to get more than the first 50 people, if that makes sense. Regardless, though, any books that are, you know, any purchases that are made of this book, no matter what, are always going to be autographed, because that's what I want to do for my fans. So, you know, even if you don't want an autograph, even if you put like in a notes or something, hey, I don't really want this autographed, I just want it plain, you know, that's fine. I'll still put in like a sticky note or something. You know, I'll write on a sticky note and just be like, hey, I know you said you don't want an autograph, but here's one anyway. You know, take it or leave it. Anyway, so that's the current plan, if it ever happens. Hopefully it does this year. I've got some plans for this. And like I said, it's either going to be this cover or it's going to be that cover. Basically cover A and B side by side. But aside from that, though, after the Emo Girl book is done, there is a second book. Now, I did actually make 3 separate books back then. I believe it was in order: the Emo Girl, and then part 2, and then the one they hated, but I'm not 100% sure on which one was actually invented first or created first. So eventually what is going to happen is all those books are going to be published. They're going to be thoroughly edited to sound more mature, to sound more professional, and then it'll just go from that. It'll go through stages, and then hopefully by the end self-publish, and then it'll be the same thing with this book. The first 5-10 people that purchase the second and third books are going to do, you know, the same thing. You know, video greeting, an official poster, autographs, you know, all that stuff. Maybe, I highly doubt this, but maybe stickers, you know, of like the actual book. Which, like I said, I highly doubt that. I'll probably end up doing some sort of like a piece of merchandise, like a keychain or something that looks gothic or something. I really have no idea. And these are just early concept stuff, though. But I have a lot of work to do. Obviously, I'm still here. I'm still around. There's still a bunch of stuff that I do want to discuss with you guys later on. But yeah, so all that stuff's coming pretty soon. Like I said, mid to late 2024, which is most likely going to be late 2024. I was trying so very hard to push this story out by last December, and I kept going back to it and just adding a chapter to more chapter to more chapter. But by the time December hit, man, I was just exhausted and burnt out, and so I took a break. And unfortunately, I was not able to make it to that day or to that month because I was hoping to get it published like in January or February, and it's already March. It's just about to hit April, so that sucks. But oh well, things happen. So, but anyway, that's what's to come. Uh, here's a big question. If you guys, let's do this. If you guys are interested, under the comments section of this video, if you're interested in wanting to be one of the first people, one of the first, supporters, whatever, I'm not going to ask for a donation because a lot of people do that. I'm going to try to do this on my own. I don't need any donations. Obviously, when it hits, publish-wise, that's a completely different topic, but I'm going to do this under the comments section of this video. If you guys are interested, like purely seriously interested in reserving a spot to purchase this book, I'm going to do this. Comment your name, even if it's your, let's just do your YouTube name to make it, comment your YouTube name, and then tell me basically if you want it autographed or not, and then poster, same thing, yes or no. I know it's kind of like a weird thing to do, but basically what I want to do is I want the people that actually care about this channel and actually like my content that I put out here and there. Basically, if you guys are interested in reserving either of these books, like, well, it's one book right now, but if you guys are interested in reserving the book, I'm going to go by comments. So let's say, for an example, I get 5 different people that say, like, hey, this would be pretty awesome. I would love to have a physical copy whenever it publishes. Can you save one for me? I will instantly take your name and write it down in the notes, and whoever comments on it first will be that first person to receive the grand prize. Basically, just everything included. The first 5 people that comment first, you guys will be the first ones that'll get a physical copy of the book when it releases. Now, how will I actually get the book to you guys? I have no idea if YouTube has a message inbox area, because I haven't really looked. But if it does, let me know. But I will definitely get in touch with each and every single one of you. So when that book does release, I'll be able to direct a message you, and then I'll go to one of your videos on YouTube and just be like, hey, this is unrelated, but I sent you a message in regards to a book you reserved. Make sure and check, such and such. That's pretty much going to be the plan. And yeah, so if you guys want to reserve the book, all you got to do is just comment your YouTube name. Comment if you would love to have it autographed. I mean, regardless, I'm still going to. But if you don't want the actual physical book autographed, that's what I mean. If you want the physical book autographed, 1000% I'm doing that. If you don't, I'm still going to add a sticky note, regardless. Poster-wise, I want to be fair with everybody. So, poster-wise, and I've thought about this as well. So, for the first 50 people that purchase this physical book will instantly receive a poster of the actual artwork. Now, after that 50 people, like after those 50 purchases are gone, and let's say you're the 60s, let's just say you're the order 66 person, there will still be a link to somewhere wherever the book is posted. There will be a link that'll direct you to somewhere else that you can still purchase that poster. So the poster is still going to be there. It's just going to be a separate purchase, basically. And then, of course, it'll have an option on if you just want it plain or if you want it autographed. Autographed will cost a little bit more. Plain will just cost a normal price. But that's how we're going to do it. I still got to get everything, rolling. But let me know definitely down in the comments, especially for these 2, which art cover you like best, either A or B. I'm still leaning more towards B because I really love her design. And it screams, it screams this book so much. But anyway, we're already at fucking 20 minutes now. I've wasted your guys' time enough, so I hope everybody is doing great. I hope you guys are having a fantastic 2024, because I am definitely not. That's the side of the point. But I hope to talk to you guys pretty soon, and until next time, I hope to I'll be in touch. See you guys.